Hello everybody, this is Abdullah Ashraf from Self Engineered, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you can leverage CSS and HTML to build a navigation bar using flexboxes. So I'll be building this as a part of a big project, but if you are here just to learn how do you build a navigation bar just like Instagram's one using flexboxes, so stay tuned until the end. Happy watching and enjoy the video. Bye. Engineered, and in the previous video we have talked about we've made the skeleton of the HTML for the navigation bar and everything, and we linked the base HTML with our list view, and on this video we are going to make the CSS part of it so everything could looks nice and usable, so people can start using our app or it looks much prettier. So let's just get into it. At first, we are going to add the CSS, and usually the CSS is at the static file, consider as static file. And in order for us to do that, we need to create a new folder here. I will call it static, and inside of static, I'm going to call another folder. I'm going to call it inside static. It should be CSS. Yes. And inside of CSS, then I will make a file called lista.css. This could be anything. And boom, here we have it. And one more thing before I just get started, I need to go to my base URL here, my base HTML page. And in here, I'm going to add what I call the how are we going to load our static file inside here. So I'm just going to load it. Yep, exactly like that. Static files. Like this. And I guess we are good to go. I'll save this. And before I move on from this page forever, I'm going to add another link here. And this will be also a style sheet. And href is going to be equals to this one should be like this. Where is it? This one. Then here I'm going to say static, and inside of these parentheses I will add the navigation to the folder, this file, from here to this one. So I'm just going to say css slash lista.css. It's all. I think it's still want to be weird, but anyways. So this is just to make sure that every time we change our CSS, it actually appears into the HTML, and we only need to add this once into the base HTML. We do not need to add it here, because when we add it here, it is already here because of this extend, because we're already extending from the base HTML, which is this one, so we don't have to repeat ourselves every time. So let's get started. And first of all, I'm going to start with the body. And in the body, I'm going to have just the background color. And that is going to be, and that is just the white color that Instagram already has. And then after the body, I'm going to go to my header, and inside of this, I'm going to add multiple stuff. So here I'm going to add also a background color, but the background color for the header is different, which is this one. And I also have a border. but the border is at the bottom, and it's a 1 pixel solid. And what else? I have the color for it is usually like it's a little bit of more to the gray color. If I go here, as you can see, there is a slight border right here, and yeah, and this color is a little bit different than this. That's why my header is different in color. All right. You might not be able to do it. So. Flex that. So this, hopefully this one is now working. Use font item, blah blah blah. Name, not legal. Okay, sometimes I noticed that my internet, even though I am connected and everything, but it's not working. I don't live currently is not actually connected. Wow. Okay, now it's working. It was just I just had to close the server and reopen it again. I think what's happening. All of this actually happens sometimes when I'm always updating my CSS. I usually have to do either a hard refresh or just close the server and reopen it one more time. Then we're good to go. Let's just continue. Where is my CSS? Yep, right here. Now I did my navigation and everything. I want to fix all the color of all the A tags in the navigation bar. If I go here, all of these A tags here, everything in an A tag is going to have the same color, which is going to be black, just like how Instagram had it. Navigation, then I want to go to the A tag inside the navigation bar. Okay, I just say color is black, and then moving on. Everything now in Insta logo, just like that, which is these guys here. Insta logo. In here, I'm going to have also display flex, because it's also a flex box, and then I have a flex direction. It's also row, and justify content. I'm going to have that as the flex start. Then the width of this is going to be 30% of the entire navigation bar. I'll save this. Let's see if I have anything about the now Insta logo. Everything in Insta logo. A tag. Come back here. And then I just want to change the font size for these guys. Not this one, font size, which is going to be, let's try 25 pixel. We come back down to, before I do this, let's just see how does this actually looks like. Oh my goodness. Now everything looks in black in color as I did, but then I need to like move this to this side, move those guys to this side, and then have this in the middle. Alright, let's go back. I'm going to adding all of them, padding to the left, which is going to be and after this I need to Remember just now I add this VL here, and this is just I'm just saying it's a vertical line. That's why I just call it VL. So it's a vertical line. Here I'm just going to call that class VL, and then add some stuff to it. Which is going to be just I just want to add a border. Border left, and this is going to be 1.5 pixel. It's a solid, and also the color is going to be pretty like just like this one, the one before. Height is going to be, let's say, 30 pixels. I'll come down here, and then I have before I move on any further, let's refresh and see how does this look like. Sometimes I have to do a very hard refresh. Okay, the thing is it's looking finicky. It is here at the back, as you can see, but then I still need to like push those guys to this side and then push those guys to the other side and have this in front, in the middle. I mean, okay, just figured that previously I didn't add this one here inside. Now if I go back to my code, you can see this one have been pushed to the side. Now I just need to continue where we left off. Alright, tap here and I have a margin from the left side. As you can see, just now the Instagram logo was attached to the vertical line I had, so I'm just going to eliminate that by having some margin. And if I refresh this, this should be pushed aside. Yes, you can see similar to this here. Now let's work on this side, these guys here. And I'm going to take my contact icons and let's see. This is also going to be a flex box, so display flex. And also I need to justify my content, and I'm going to justify this to the end of the flexbox, flex end. To actually show you what the flexbox is, let's go here. This is the website that I was using. So basically, a flexbox is just like this big container. Then you have items inside of it, like properties of the children. So this is the flex items, and I have this big container. So this is what the flexbox is. And when I say, always want to say display flex to actually like show my CSS that I am dealing with the flexbox. And just now when I say row, it's just this one. In terms of everything that I have, I want it to be displayed in this direction. So that's why I put in my HTML. As you can see, I have this one first, and then comes this one, and then comes, oops, and then comes these guys here. So they will be displayed according to this. So this is going to be first, second, and third in the row. And when I say flex wrap, it's like I wanted this to be displayed in the next in the next row or something like that. But when I say no wrap, that means it's just going to be a fixed one. One more thing, when I say justify my content, the flex start. So each one of these is actually a flex box. And this is a big flex box that has 1, 2, and 3 items. And inside each item is its own flex box. So when I say for the big one, justify the content to the middle, so it is going to be something like this to the center, like this. And then when I take this one, this is for the Instagram logo, and then I say, okay, put the content all the way to the right side, which is until here. If this was not all the way to the right, it's going to be displayed somewhere here. But we moved it all the way to the left. Yeah, or in this case, it's the flex start, because this is the start, this is the end, something like that. And yeah, just to keep that in mind, as where am I getting all of this, and I just don't want you to be lost in the middle, like what is the flex start. Now you have an idea. I can put that link in the description for you to for your reference as well. Let's just continue with the icons for now. Now just justify the content to the end. Now I have the width for this, which is going to be 30% of the entire navigation bar, and also I'm going to add padding. This is going to be padding to the left, and I'm going to make it 100 for the entire thing. Now I want to iterate through each A tag inside of the contact icons. I'm going to call them, I'm going to add a padding as well. Padding to the left as well, which is going to be 30 pixels. And then I will add the font size, 25 pixels. And then I'm going to add a font weight as well, just to make it a little bit more just like how Instagram has it. So I'm going to call this lighter. What else do I have with this, guys? I believe nothing. Let's see, how does this look like? It's fresh. Now you can see here, but then I do very hard. Oh yeah, I forgot to add something. Contact icons. Actually changed the name. Contact icon. Like that. Fresh. Yep. And now, as you can see, these guys have been pushed all the way to the right side, and then this one have been like also pushed to the side here, and I have this. Anyways, now let's continue. Now I will be more focused on the search bar this time. Okay, it's also a flex box, so I'm definitely going to display flex. And then I'm going to add a width of 30% as well. And I'm going to add justify the content to the center of that flex box. I have a border radius of 3 pixels. This is just for the input that I have inside. I want to add a color to it. And this one I'm going to call it. And then I have my cursor that I have like inside, and which is going to be text. Will be ID text inside. Text align. This should be center as well. And then I will add one more thing, which is the position. Also, let's see what have we done here. Now this looks much cleaner, and the place of it is also a little bit now getting more closer to this how Instagram has it, as you can see. This one is a little bit all the way to the left, so I believe that let's just inspect this. pressing padding left here. If I take it off, they get closer if I move it out. So because I think because they should be similar position to one another. Well, I just need to see if, well, that means I don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to delete. I'm going to delete this, or before not deleting it, just add, just comment it out. And I believe by doing this we have already done with the navigation bar here. It's not exactly the same, but this is how why like maybe Instagram paid maybe somebody $100,000 a year just to have this one inside. Well, maybe we'll try doing the same thing as what they did, but for now we just want something functional. We will have this, but we will make a little bit. We will make a little bit more, much more nicer. Yeah, let's do that. But as for the position of these guys, a little bit, I'm happy with it. Actually, this one should move a little bit to the right side. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with the search bar. Now I'm going to say search bar again, but this time I'm going to do it through the A, and I'm just going to add the font size. Font size. This should be 25 pixel again, and I'm going to add a padding 15 pixel. Refresh it. Now it looks a little bit more, much bigger. And with this, I think we have done all the CSS we need for this navigation. Later on, we will work on adding the pictures and everything. If I go back here, we will have something similar to this card here, and we'll be adding much more complicated stuff to this for each card here. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also give me your feedback on this and what do you think, what we should be working on in the future as well. And goodbye.